Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a great Saturday. I am having a great Saturday. I am leaving this video and I want to tell you, this is going to be a longer one, by the way. So if you're not into long videos, that's okay. But the reason that I'm leaving these is because I'm interested in becoming not a self coach. I'm a self coach, but I want to be a life coach on the side. And so the idea of how you help somebody is by knowing how you help yourself. And so I appreciate when someone tells me what they do. Now, some people just naturally, they're like, I don't know, I just exercise every day. I want to. Well, that's great. I don't always want to. So I have to talk to people who are like, oh, yeah, I don't want to either. And here's what I do. And then I'm like, I can do that too. So I'm going to give you a couple of things. You can leave in a comment to what you do to motivate yourself. By the way, I'm still working on my taxes, so clearly I have not mastered this, but I have gotten some other things down. So one thing is, I think we have to have compassion for ourselves, like right here. That's what I do with myself. It's okay that I haven't learned this before, or that sometimes I fall down. I'm starting right here, and it's good. I don't have to compete with anyone else. I don't have to have learned it yesterday. Right now is the perfect time for me to learn how to manage a schedule better, or how to fit in a walk when I don't feel like it. It's perfect. Then the other thing is, second one is, I think we have to know that most of us will avoid things that are hard. So we have to make things easier. We can do hard things, but they're going to be probably broken down into easy steps, teeny ones. And so all of life was already hard. Relationships, work, challenges, all of it. Exercise, all of it was still a challenge. And now we've got the quarantine. So how we learn those new skills to keep going and making a good life within here as we work towards the new normal, that's what I'm interested in. So I feel like that's important. These are skills. So I want a minimum of what I can do every day to just be okay. So I have a minimum amount of exercise that I do every single day, because if I don't feel good physically, I probably don't feel good mentally. My brain is an organ and it runs with fuel, and exercise helps bring blood flow to it. And if I don't get that, I am compromised. I don't feel right. If I work a lot, sometimes I'll be like, I don't need to take that walk. I'll be sorry later. I will be sorry later because I won't feel right. It helps with your chemicals. Like, we need movement and we need good food. It doesn't have to be perfect. We don't have to never have sweets or anything. You don't have to make a huge change. But little things make a spiral upward. Just like the quarantine in some ways has made some spirals downward for some of us. It's like, oh, how do we, I don't want to, lose the continuity that I had with some things. So I'm just having to work harder. Okay. So, and I've got allergies or something, but sometimes it's hard to breathe, and I'm not sick. So anyway, blah, blah. Okay. I think that a small burst of something for like 30 seconds or even 10 seconds or 1 minute makes a huge difference. So these are things that have helped me to be motivated, so that at the end of the day, I can say I did my minimum exercise. I did a plank for 10 seconds, or I took a 50-step walk to my mailbox, like I said I would, every day. That's it. You guys, I think we just, tell me what you think, but I think we need a minimum. Like, minimum, I will at least pull open my homework and look at what's due, and maybe write down the next thing I'm going to have to do. I might not be able to do it that day, but I can write that down. So I've paid attention to that. I haven't flaked out on it because it's me. I can't flake out on me. I can't flake out on the things I need to get done and feel good. So these are things that I'm doing. Yesterday, so I'll tell you, usually I can take a walk and I feel all right. Yesterday, I did not feel all right. I did not feel like taking a walk. When I got out my shoes on anyway. It's Friday night. I'm tired. I've been working all day, and I go outside and my feet feel like they have cement boots on. I just don't feel like moving. And my head isn't quite right. Like I'm really low energy. I just made myself walk 50 steps. And then I did 10 more, and by about 70 steps, and I know it's funny, that's kind of OCD that I count them, but I felt a little better. And then I just walked a little more, and then I came home. But I felt better today because of that. So I don't wait to feel like doing it. I do it anyway. And then it will come later, if that makes sense, that day or within like 8 hours. So if you don't want to do something, sorry, I would recommend still doing it, even if you don't feel like doing it, because it's backwards. Sometimes we wait to feel like doing it, like that's the right thing. No, it is always the right thing to take a walk. Always. It is always the right thing to take a walk or even march in place. You are not the same person if you will raise your hands up 20 times. I'm not joking. If you will raise your hands up 20 times, you are not the same as you were before you did that. Everything's changing in your body, all your chemicals. So don't believe that you have to work out for 30 minutes to get your heart rate up, blah, blah, blah. That's a different thing. We're just trying to keep physically maintained for right here. And that is good. And just even start something new is fantastic. Okay, can I tell you one more thing? Oh, this is a long video. So when you go to eat something, if you can, eat the protein first. Put the protein first on your stomach so that the chemicals involved in processing your food will start with processing protein. Because if you put sugar in there first, then all the chemicals start, like your insulin and stuff like that. And there's long, complicated things you could look up, and I'm completely shortening it to a one sentence. Eat the protein first, and eat a protein every single meal. If you're going to eat a donut, have a bite of meat or some protein first. If you can, it'd be better to have a whole meal, like a little bit of chicken and a little bit of potato with skin, just a little bit. You don't have to have a lot of carbs, and then go ahead and have that sugar. You'll gain less weight. You will have less of a weight thing and feel more like moving. The other thing is move after you eat. Every single meal that I can, when I eat, I go on a tiny walk or I do like a tiny bit of movement, because I have had some health conditions where I had hypoglycemia, but it's metabolic syndrome, blah, blah, blah. My food was just being stored on me. It wasn't going into my muscles. So by using your muscles after you eat, like within 5 minutes or so, just try to get a little movement. It pulls it in there and it doesn't store it on you, no matter what you eat. So, and again, if this does not work for you, if you're doing intermittent fasting, keto, super low carb diet, 20 carbs a day, this is not for you. This is for people who are doing more like a maintenance. I'm on a life maintenance thing for health. This is how I lost weight too. I did not do super low carb because I've done that before and it's like a yo-yo. I prefer to just have kind of an even keel, and I need health. More than being skinny or thin, I need to actually feel good and maintain my health, my bone structure, and all of our biostructures, like your fingernails and your cells in your heart. It needs food, and we need movement, and it doesn't have to be hardcore. So, okay, you guys, keep going. I love you all. Please feel free to leave comments, and thank you for watching. All right, take care. Bye.